Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Unversed podcast. Danny here. Today, I'm going to be talking about Turok. There was a new series for Turok that came out recently, and the title says "The Sovereigns Turok." So, I guess this is part of that series. Let me look up to see if this is an actual comic, but it's 5 issues. And I wasn't expecting it to be a really short, because the last time we got not Sovereigns, the Sovereigns, excuse me. But yeah, so the last time we had a Turok-ish comic was like almost 3 years ago. And that was, pretty good. I like that one. But now we have this new one with Turok, and the cover's really nice, and it's an interesting take on Turok himself. This is the world where you see Turok in the typical world that he usually is for the new stuff, right? I'm talking about reptilian aliens and all that, and dinosaurs walking around. My kind of Turok, Turok evolution Turok for me. And anyways, this is, the reason it's an interesting take is because we find out some backstory with Turok. The main point of this series, this 5-issue series, is to have him look for his daughter. He's trying to save his daughter. And the more we get into it, I was like, oh, he's not Native American in this. And I'm like, okay, that's interesting. We'll see where that goes. And then, we find some backstory with him. And I think this is the interesting part, is that there are parts from different worlds and times coming into the world that he's in, this wasteland sort of area. And that's where Turok came from. He came from this place, and I'm thinking, oh, okay. But the interesting thing is, he isn't Turok. What happened was, when he got sent into this world, he was just his dad, right? And his daughter is a fan of the Turok comics. She was reading one of the comics before they got sent over, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty interesting. Okay, I can dig this. I want to see what this take of Turok is going to be then, if it's not the Turok we usually know. And he still has the same fame as he would. He's still this savage, ruthless, just person, taking out everybody he can. And it was a good read, because it's just, I wasn't expecting it to be 5 issues, but no, it's an interesting 5 issues. And each issue comes with a backup story. The Sovereigns, I think is what it's called. I think that's how you pronounce it, but that's what it says. And it says featuring a backup story for that. So that makes me think like this is one of those side stories to a main comic line, right? April 17th, Pascal Days price. Oh, in April. Wait, when was this written? Hold on. But anyways, to this story, that's pretty much it. We gotta look at the world for a little bit, right? And I'm liking it for what it is. I'm like, yeah, this kind of feels like a new take on Turok, and I'm totally okay with that. It's always interesting to see what they could do with these characters. And sadly, it ends at the 5th issue, right? It doesn't really go anywhere after that. It turns out there was a trap, and then he gets his memories back, and the girl he was chasing, it turns out wasn't his daughter. It was somebody else, and it's left on a note to like, did he die? And that pretty much just ended the issues. This is like the end ? So that makes me believe Turok will be back, but I don't know if it's going to be his comic. If anything, it's going to be this this other stuff that Dynamite Comics is coming out with. And that is pretty much it for the issue. I mean, I do recommend it if everyone should go check it out. If you're a fan of Turok, I think you'll appreciate it. And, like I said, 5 issues, so it's pretty short, which is sad, but also like a quick little nice thing like, hey, yeah, Turok's still out there. Last one was way different, Dinosaur Hunter. That was like 1800s England where there was just dinosaurs, right? And they were just fighting the English and stuff, and a lot of cool stuff there. But yeah, this is a little fresh, quick story for our boy Turok, And at first, when I was reading this, I'm like, is this kind of like in a sense, a Mad Max kind of thing? Because, the speculation with Mad Max is that like, oh, it's not the same Max, right? In the new one compared to the original trilogy and the game. And it's more of like, oh, this is just the name people eventually pick up because the things they do resemble Max kind of thing, right? Okay, so the Sovereigns thing, it only ran till April of last year. So, I don't know. It started running. Oh, it started running in May, so is it still going on? It looks like it might be still going on. Okay, I'm looking up right now. But yeah, that's all I have to say for Turok, guys. Thanks for listening. Definitely give it a read, because it's interesting. I like these different aspects for the characters. And that is all I have to say today. So email us at unversedpodcast@gmail.com. And you can follow us on social media at unversedpodcast anywhere you go. And as always, we will talk to you next time.